Hello everyone, welcome to OJ Patterns. So for our skirt today we'll be looking at Godet Skirt. So we're using like Godet insert. So Godet Skirt is like a basic skirt that has an inserted god, like an inserted fullness or flare inside it. So it can be flare, it can be pleat. So let me quickly try and draw something. So this is the band and this is the skirt. So it stops around the hip. From the hip you have like a cut in between and even in the middle. So these openings would have like flare, flare, and then even in front, the front too will have like flare. So it's like you inserted gold, you're inserting like flare here at the side, whereas up here is shape. So you're using like a basic skirt pattern that is shaped, and then the side has like gold inserts. So by the time we start interpreting, you understand. Please don't look at my drawing. So the first thing you need to do is get your basic sloper for the first stage. Don't forget this is our upper hip line, this is our hip line. So the next thing you want to indicate is your center front and your side seam. Next is to measure where your godet will begin. So from the hip line, I'll come down, it depends your choice, however you want it. So I'll just drop like 7 cm. I'll come to the front, drop down like 7 cm still. Now what you want to do next is come to the bottom part. Don't forget this your side seam is like the side, you have to this why this center front is still on full, so I'm still going to indicate it here so we don't forget. So at the bottom part, it depends. I'll use 3.5 or 4 cm down here. Same thing for the side seam, 3.5 or 4 cm. Now we have to curve from this mark part to meet the bottom one. So godet can be curvy like what I drew, and it can also be sharp like have like a triangle. So it can come out like this at the end of the day. This might be the insert, or this, that's the curved edge. And so this is the one we're doing the curved edge. So that's what I'm trying to do. So if I was doing the sharp edge, like the triangle shape, all I need to do is connect like this with a straight ruler, connect with a straight ruler. So it depends on what you want. So I am doing this. So it's just same method, you place a French curve to have a curve. Now this is CF on fold and this is the side. So because I'll be applying the slash and spread method on this, so I'll have to square down and square down 2 lines. I'll be using to apply my slash and spread method. Same thing for the side seam. And I'm also going to indicate side seam here, because by the time you start cutting out and drafting, you end up missing a lot of things. So this can be your second stage. If you have this now, you can trace on another paper, so you can keep this as second stage, and also indicates your cut lines where you want to cut and the slash lines. So we can trace this out. Well, I'm gonna cut out on this. So this is our center front, so we're cutting out. So also indicate, let's not forget, we'll be adding seam allowance to this pattern because we're going to be refixing it. We're joining the other part we are cutting out. So I'll cut and the curve, keep this aside, come to this, keep it aside. Next I'll be attaching this one so I can add seam allowance here, and then the side seam. So before that, let's quickly slash and spread. So this is our CFC, that's why we need to indicate, and this is the side seam. So next what we want to do now is slash from the hem to the tip. This is the hem, so I'll slash to the tip because I'm gonna place this on another paper, and then so yeah, using our slash and spread method. So this is it. So I'll be placing it on the edge of my paper. and then I'll spread to desired fullness. So it can be more than what you have. Basically your choice. You know what I say? Turn to the back so that you can see what you're taping. You can tape it neatly. Make sure it's not showing in front at any point. The pattern has to be neat at every point. So I'll just tape it at the back and then I'll turn it back to the front. You can even attach more if you want. So by the time you're taping, make sure you set it very well. So it's not spilling to the side. So if we turn, it won't show at the other side. So next, I'll turn it to the front. Now place your center front to the edge of your pattern. Here is a straight part because here is going to be on fold. So you have to indicate your on fold. Now we have to spread this. Depends on the fullness you want. So as much as you want to spread. So let me see what I'm going to use. So I will use 7 cm for my spread. Don't forget, whatever you spread the first is what you do for the second. So I'm also going to be using 7 cm here for my spread. So the more spread you have, the more fullness you get. When you're done, you blend, join the edges with your curve. And be careful. Okay, next, this is the same part. So we'll be using 1 cm because we're joining it back to what we have. So we're using 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm, and then the hem, because it's flare, I'll be using 1.5 because of the fullness. So we use 1.5 at the hem, and then you connect. It's always ensure you blend properly, and then you connect the hem. 1.5. One point five right, and I'll cut out. So this is the godet for the center front part. Let's not forget this part is on fold, so this should be cut one piece. So this is on fold. You know, you can indicate it like this. It shows that this is the unfold part. Next, I'll get the side seam and I'll repeat seam, slash and spread. So slash on the lines and then we'll spread. So for this, we'll be adding side seam and we'll also add the seam allowance here. So we'll be doing the same thing. So I'm just going to use this part of my bar to work on it. Remember what I said, you turn to the back and then you attach your paper tape. Be sure to attach it very well because you don't want them coming off later when you're working on it or using it to put on the fabric. So please ensure you place your tape very neatly on it. You can always turn it to the front to cross check properly. Okay, so I'll be spreading this. I'll be using the same measurement So I want to quickly mark the side seam allowance, which is 1.5. So I'll just place it from the edge of the 1.5, square out, so that my placement can start from. So this way I already have my side seam allowance. As I just did now. I'll place it at the edge or the line. Then I'll spread. Remember what we use for the other side, we use 7 cm, so I'm going to be using the same thing so that the fullness can be even. So I have 7 cm here. I'll tape, mark the next 7 cm and tape. Next we want to blend the bottom part. We already have our side seam, which is 1.5. Now I'll add 1 cm at the top, 1 cm, 1 cm, 1 cm. So this one is for the seam because we're joining it back to the skirt. And then 1.5 for him, 1.5 for him, 1.5 for him, and then we'll blend. So we have to just check what we have perfectly. And then I'll cut out just so I have better room to work with. So now I'll cut out. This is our side seam. So we have both the side seam and the front godet like that. So next I'll also place this on the paper and add seam allowance, the side seam allowance and the seam allowance for attaching the godet back. So my center front is still going to be placed properly and is on fold. So let's always indicate that is on fold. So next I'll be adding 1 cm, 1 cm, following the curve, 1 cm for the seam, 1 cm, 1 cm. Same thing for here, 1 cm. This is the side. 1 cm. I'll follow the curve. 1 cm. Now the side seam is 1.5. Don't forget. Side seam is 1.5, and then the waist is 1 cm. I use my ruler to connect the waist part. The hem here is I'm going to use 1.5 because that was what we used for the flare at the sides. So we have to make everything even. Next I'll connect this, mark 1 cm here. Same thing for the side. I want to ensure you connect properly. So you use your curve where necessary and the ruler where necessary, as it should be. Now I'm going to cut out. So cut out side seam 1.5. The seam allowance is 1 cm on either side. You have to follow the curve. Follow your curve. And I'm done. So now bring the pieces back. Now this is what you have. So this is cut one piece. Now this is your final stage. And this is how it will come out at the end when you're done sewing. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video, and also share so others can learn from it. Thank you very much.